The Cleveland Cavaliers have had a lot go on since I made my last video, so it's definitely time for me to talk about them. This season has really been all over the place, with many ups and many downs, and a trade is probably eventually going to be made. Even with everything that's been going on, the Cavs are still 9 games above 500 right now, so even though it hasn't looked great, this team is still meeting expectations. In this video, I want to talk about the win over the Bucks because even though they did have some embarrassing losses, they showed something I haven't seen them do all year in that Milwaukee win, and I think I know exactly what they need to do to start winning again. Before I begin, now since we are over halfway through the NBA season, I'm going to be making so much content for you guys, so I would really appreciate all of your support. It only takes 5 seconds to like and subscribe, plus you can always change your mind. I'm now on the road to 10k subscribers, and I know you all can help me get there very fast. And by the way, thank you all for getting me past 8k, it truly means the world, and we are just growing super fast right now. So as I was saying, things haven't been running smoothly for the Cavs this season. They've constantly had at least 3 guys on the IR, but that's still no excuse for what has happened, because realistically, the Cavs should be at 35 wins right now, but they have had some horrible and pathetic late game meltdowns. I'm not going to turn this into a hate video, but the one thing I gotta say is there is very little shooting throughout the rotation, and the offense just hasn't looked very natural, but again, they are still super young, and they make a lot of mistakes because of that. Anyways, getting back to the Bucks game, the Cavs got Evan Mobley involved on offense in a way that I've never seen them do before. Ever since this team drafted Mobley, fans have been begging the Cavs to use him more, especially around the rim, and he was finally being aggressive, taking 27 shots, and look what happened. I know Giannis was not playing, but what they were doing is pretty much unstoppable to almost anyone. Sometimes I feel like Mobley doesn't even realize how long he actually is, because all he was doing was sitting at the free throw line, waiting for a dump off pass, and then he would either throw it down or get easy putback points. What Garland and Mobley were doing was super simple, but sometimes simple is the most effective and unstoppable thing that you can do. Garland was just driving in and either taking a layup or a floater, and if help came, he would just dump it off to Mobley, and it was just straight bread and butter. And I can't even imagine what it would look like if the Cavs added an actual spot-up shooter to sit in the corner at the trade deadline. Shooting has definitely been a big struggle this season for the Cavs, and it's probably something that can't be ignored at the deadline like I was just saying. I get that this team has great chemistry, and it would suck to get rid of somebody, but if the Cavs are serious about a championship run, they will need to get somebody like Doug McDermott to fill the hole in their roster. Another problem this Cavs team has also had going along with the three-pointers is their perimeter defense. A lot of it isn't their fault, and they have often caught opponents on a super hot night, but I'm starting to feel like it's not a coincidence, and the guards might just be too small, and there is nothing they can really do about that, but let me know what you guys think. Again, the Cavs are now finally healthy, which has been long overdue to happen, so over these next 20 games, we will find out who they really are. There's no doubt at all that this team has the talent to make a deep playoff run, but they have some holes to fill, and even if they don't go far this year, the team still has a very bright future, and I feel like fans often forget that. It'll be very interesting to see if the Cavs can get going with the upcoming road trip, and I also can't wait to see if Kobe actually does end up making noise at the deadline. I really hope Evan Mobley continues to be aggressive the rest of the way, because if he does, the sky's the limit for Cleveland. Let me know in the comments below what you have thought about this last week of Cavaliers basketball. I know it hasn't been fun to watch, but hopefully they can get through it. Anyways, I'm going to continue to pump out as much content as possible for you guys, so I would really appreciate it if you would join me for the ride. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and until next time, I'll see you all later.